Hi, my name is Sara Smith, and I'm a coloratura soprano. And I had the good fortune of finding Longwood Opera in 2001. I first sang on their summer concert series, followed by a role in the chorus of Carmen, and that was my very first role anywhere. I had done scenes in college, but I had never actually done a full-blown production. And I'm very grateful to Longwood for giving me the opportunity to explore something brand new for me and something that I absolutely love now. Following that, I did a role as Florence in Albert Herring, which was really interesting for me because it was my first foray into comedy, which is a lot harder than it looks. I've also sung the roles of Mrs. Gobineau from The Medium, Miss Pinkerton from The Old Maid and the Thief, Anina in La Traviata, and then the dual roles of the Sandman and the Dew Fairy from Hansel and Gretel, which was really interesting because you went from a bearded man to a fairy complete with fairy costume and wings and tiara. I've done the First Lady and the First Spirit in The Magic Flute, and this fall I will be singing the role of the mother in Puccini's Madama Butterfly. So I've been singing with the Longwood Opera concert series since the summer of 2001, and I started off usually just doing like one or two in the summer, but now it seems to be, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 concerts throughout the summer, and it's a great way to try out repertoire and things that you haven't done before, and to do scenes with other singers. Starting in 2005, I actually became a concert coordinator for the second Broadway night, which usually happens in August. And so that's been a whole different thing to experience, figuring out how many singers you need on a program, how to program slow and fast and funny and serious. So I've really enjoyed that. And this year will be the second year we've expanded the Broadway night, so it also includes things from the movies or television. So we're hoping people get really creative and maybe throw in a James Bond or a Barbra Streisand classic. Currently, I am working as a systems analyst at Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts, not to be confused with the Wheaton College in Illinois. And I work with a bunch of advancement professionals who do fundraising and friend-raising and help with all of their systems support. I have over the years done a lot of advisory work at Wheaton. So I have advised the campus radio station, which was really interesting, learning how a non-for-profit radio station worked and a free format station. So they could do anything they want. They could do talk shows, they could do political things, they could play any kind of music. So that was a really interesting experience as well. My most memorable moment at Longwood Opera, actually it's really hard to pick just one, but we'll go with one of the first moments I had at Longwood during my first production in Carmen as a member of the chorus. And because this was my first experience doing a full opera, I can remember going to one of the first staging rehearsals, and Scott Brummett was explaining what we were going to do, and we were doing the gypsy fight scene out of the factory. And I remember Scotty looking at me and saying, okay, well, Carmen has to, fight somebody, and so she's going to come up and slap you. And I remember thinking, well, what did I do? What do I get myself into? And how does this work? And is she really going to slug me? And it was very, very funny, and it was very hard for me, when we were practicing, hoping that, one, that she would miss just enough, but that it would look convincing, but two, that I could keep a straight face and not laugh, because I can remember one of the Carmens, because it was a double cast thing, saying, you really can't laugh when I do that. Okay, so I had to work on that. And then I can remember during an actual production that one of the cast members was trying to clap their hands or something, so it sounded like that she actually slapped me. And it was so convincing that the woman playing Carmen actually thought she really slapped me and was horrified, and after was trying to apologize to me. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. And I was like, no, you didn't actually hit me. So that was a very funny moment during my very first production at Longwood. For singers who are just starting out in the opera field, I would say sort of two things. One is that you should always be prepared and punctual and on time, and make sure you have all of your music learned, and know exactly what's expected of you. And the second thing is to just be nice. You know, it's a very competitive field out there. There are an awful lot of singers, and especially like me, if you're a soprano, there are just lots and lots of us. And so it is important that you're nice, because you're going to see these other people at other auditions. You're going to be working with them in scenes. You're going to want them to be your scene partners. So, and also because if a director is casting somebody and they're trying to decide between two equally good voices and people that present themselves well, they're probably going to pick the person that they like to work with and that they can count on to be there on time, to be a really giving person that works with the other cast members well and the production team and treats everybody with respect. And so that's the advice that I would give to singers. One of the things I really love working with Longwood Opera and being a part of that group is that they are such a supportive environment to work in, and the audiences are fabulous and they want you to succeed. And it's such a joy, especially during the summer concert series, when you have people who come every single Tuesday night and they see you every week and they, you know, comment on what you wear and they comment on your repertoire and they really want to know what it is you're doing with your life. And it's such a supportive environment. You can try things out. You can try out roles that you're not sure if are right for you or not. You can try out doing something that's really funny or something that's just really out of character for you. And I really appreciate working in that kind of, you know, safe environment that I can try out new things and polish up things that I've done before and maybe learn something new about a character that I didn't know before. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you this summer at the Longwood Tuesday Night Summer Concert Series and this fall in the production of Madama Butterfly.